Hello guys, and welcome to episode 30 of this OmniFactory series. And before we start this episode, I want to tell you that I have decided to increase the episode length from roughly 20 minutes to roughly 30 minutes because I can't get too much done in just 20 minutes. And in the previous episode, we finished basically the Into the Microverse quest with the first 4 into the microverse and some ore, and I processed all that ore, or most of that ore, into their counterparts or their ingot form or whatever they create. And in today's episode we're going to move into mid game, and hopefully by the time this episode is over we'll have a vacuum freezer. But the first thing to create a vacuum freezer, we need SMD diodes. So SMD diodes are platinum wires, gallium dust, small pile of gallium dust, and polyethylene. So the first thing we need to do is actually build a machine that will create these things. So in this line that we have made before, I'm just going to add another one. So there we have a fluid extractor for the polyethylene liquid. You can just set it to auto output. Then we have 2 wire mills for regular, or wait, I have to look this up. Yeah, okay, some cables like the some ingots like the tin alloy go directly from their ingot form to their fine wire form, but this one doesn't, and that's why we need 2 wire mills. And as you can see, there will go ingots and then wires, and then in here will actually come all of the resources that we'll need. And let's just do this, and then we need an ME interface and some cables. So the ME interface will sit back here like the usual, with a chest in here, and just set it to face into that direction. Can I get it? There we go. And first we need to do this to go up, insert, and put the filter upgrade. And into this filter upgrade we need to do polyethylene. Or actually, we have to only, I wanted to blacklist polyethylene, but now that I think about it, we just need to whitelist platinum, not platimony, platinum, there we go, platinum. And then we need the same thing on the bottom one pretty much, just that here we also want to only allow polyethylene sheet, there we go. And this is basically it for the infrastructure, except for this. There we go. Do I need any item filters? Yes, I do. Okay, so I need another item filter, but since we have this crafting monitor, I can just type item filter, go here, click plus, and there we go, we have another item filter. And in this one we need to only put SMD diodes. So SMD diodes, oh no, wrong, there we go. So now we just need a blank pattern, and hopefully this will all work. So let's see, blank pattern, and go to pattern terminal into, oh yeah, I'm also made electric pistons automated. So processing pattern and a diode, yep, this thing. And like this, except we need 2 sheets of polyethylene. Oh, it was set to only craftable. So polyethylene I have a lot of, and there we go, I just need that, and a pattern, and encode it. So now what we need is to convert all of our gallium into tiny, or a bit of our gallium into small piles of gallium dust. So in here, there we go, so that we don't have to autocraft those as well. So if I go here now and put this into the pattern slot in here, encoded pattern diodes, and I type SMD, we have 4 of them now. Missing fine platinum wire. Okay, so I messed that up. Actually, I messed that up a lot. So 4 platinum wire. Okay, so we'll have to do this a bit differently. So first we need a platinum ingot, and then we need 2 piles of gallium. 1, 2, and some polyethylene. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If I put this in here, so the polyethylene goes in here, the platinum goes in here, and the gallium goes directly in here, which I also need to make somehow. Okay, so not the energy conduit, and I also need another item filter. So item filter, just for the tiny pile of gallium dust. So just a connection like so. Delete this one. Always active. Insert filter and small pile of gallium dust. There we go. And this should have created 64 of these, and it should have inputted them in here. There we go, they probably went in there. Yep. So now, that we have these diodes, so SMD, as you can see, they all are here. And now we can just put this in here. One platinum ingot, which I bought a lot of ores for because I couldn't find any veins. Then gallium dust, so 2 of these, and 4 polyethylene. There we go. And that oh god. So I have to do this again because I forgot to put the pattern in first. So gallium, there we go, 2 pieces of gallium and then platinum. So 1 platinum ingot, and that should create 64 of them. There we go, quest complete. SND, SND diodes. And let's just, that's actual diodes. Let's test if this works. So SMD craft 1. So the platinum ingot goes inside, but the gallium doesn't. This is a small pile, is it? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's a non-output. Okay, so there we go. This should work. But the process is very slow. So nonetheless, this works, but it's quite a slow process, and I will probably have to update it to high voltage at some point, or even higher than high voltage. And now the last thing we need for the completion of the vacuum freezer, except for the components we can already make, is the first tier 4 circuits, which is used for EV tier machinery or HV assemblers. So this is quite difficult to make. As you can see, you need RAM, SND diodes, vibrant alloy wires, basically everything. And the one thing that we don't have automated is stainless steel frames. And I'm not going to automate that because actually, no, I can't, because there is a integrated circuit unit for that. So we need 4 of these, and we get 4 of them. Okay, so we need, first things first, stainless steel plates, and then stainless steel rods. We need only 4 of, because we already have 1. Okay, so plates should be done by now. Yep, and rods should be done by now. There we go. And now we can just make these frames. So this is only for 1 of them, but we need 3 of them. So let's just go and craft plates. 6 plates and 10 rods. There we go. Then we need processor arrays. So we need 2 of these per. Vibrant alloy wires. So we need 8 of these per, I believe. Let's see. 8 of these. And then SMD everything. And RAM. There we go. This should work in an assembler machine. We have tin, yep, or soldering alloy. I do from back when I was creating rotors. And there is something missing. Oh yeah, the vibrant wires. There we go. This should work. Yep. How much time does this need? 110, 25 seconds. This seems way slower than 25 seconds because I may have lost track of time. Okay, so we can just wait for these to complete, and while that's doing, we can go claim our stainless steel stuff. And there we go, our first tier 4 circuit, the refined processor mainframe. So I'm going to semi-automate these, but maybe in between episodes, because we have to move on to the vacuum freezer, which is quite complicated. So the first thing we need, of course, is 4 more of these. Not 5 more, but 4 more. Then we need 16 more of these. Then we need RAM. And that's pretty much it, because everything else is already in here. And this has to be processed into frames first. So uses. There we go. I found it quite easily. You can just double click them, spread the grid. There we go. 8 stainless steel frames. And oh, shift click. And then we need some vibrant alloy wires. Oh, soldering alloy is missing. Solder. And that will be it. So I'm quite running low on aluminium, but I hope to solve this problem by the next episode, by the end of the next episode, where I hope to build an automatic polymer clay stuff device, which will also automatically produce everything with the simulation chambers and some excess clay, hopefully. And there is something missing, and it's resistors. How much resistors does this take to create? That's crazy. I think I put a whole... Oh, 16. Okay, so SMD, craft 1, 48. There we go. That will be enough. The next thing we need, which is quite difficult, is electric pumps, high voltage. So we need quite a bit of stuff for that. So let's just start making them. So motors we already have for some reason. Then we need steel rotors, which we also have from back when I was making preparations, but then I remembered I need some other stuff. So what did I put in here? Oh yeah, steel rods. So steel rods, that's the last thing we need. So the most complicated parts were basically completed. So the steel rotor is quite complicated to build because it requires 5 plates and some tin alloy. There we go. Screws. Is this done already? I'm still thinking. Oh yeah, resistors, which we have now. There we go. Now we need stainless steel pipes. So 3 of them, and I have all of my molds and extruder shapes in here. So I can just do this. 1, 2, and 3. And while that's working, can get some rubber. And by the time we type rubber in again, we already have rubber. There we go. And I actually have to convert this back to rods because this is the only extruder I have for now. It has to be set to rods. And of course my flint knife doesn't work. So how does one make a knife? Stick and flint. Okay, so stick, wood. Have to go from the bottom of the chain to create 4 sticks. Put 3 of them inside, and flint. I don't have any. So how does one obtain flint? 2 gravel and a mortar. Do I have any mortars left over? I do. Wow. Okay, so 2 gravel and 1 mortar we need for that. So mortar, gravel, flint, stick, knife, rubber, ring. There we go. And I believe for a pump, if I go high voltage pump, and then we need a gold cable, and that's all. So 3 gold cables. And let's put this back inside and this as well. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And now I can just... No, this one. You have to just do this because you only have one of each tool, and that's why it doesn't work if you just shift click on the GI search. So now that we have basically all of the harder stuff to create the vacuum freezer, we only need some of the easier stuff. So we need 4 of these. So we need some frost-proof aluminium casings. So that requires 6 of those and 10 rods to create 8 of them. And 8 of them will be enough for the whole frost vacuum freezer, I believe, I hope, because I have only 7 more aluminium, not steel, aluminium. So if I type frame aluminium, there we go, and balance grid 1, 2. So that will last us enough for quite a bit, but we still need more aluminium. Okay, so do you have any clay? Okay, so to get aluminium, I usually use this method. So get clay dust, and then you can electrolyze this clay dust. So 7 clay dust equals 2 aluminium. And that's what we're gonna use to get automatic aluminium. And then we can also connect a blast furnace so we can get truly automatic aluminium, not just dust, but actual aluminium ingots. So let's just build the main device, the main actual freezer controller. So that will require 3 of these processor mainframes and 6 aluminum plates combined with aluminum frames, which will get us a frost-proof machine casing. There we go, aluminum plate. There we go, frost-proof machine casing, and it will get us 3 of those. So that's nice. And this is basically the recipe, except, so vacuum freezer, we need 2 gold cables. And it's nice to have everything automated to the point where you can just literally click and get anything from your system. 1, 2, there we go. And then just get everything into the grid and then organize it. There you go, vacuum freezer. So the vacuum freezer is used to get cold ingots or regular ingots from hot ingots. For example, if I look at Kanthal, as you can see, it has a hot variant, and if you vacuum freeze the hot variant, you get a regular ingot. And this is just basically, Kanthal is used to create Kanthal cold blocks, which you can use in electric blast furnace to increase their base heating capacity. Or also titanium requires one of these. But the titanium requires a higher level, it requires Kanthal for the blast furnace. As you can see, it's 2100K, and ours can only survive up to 1.8K. So there should be plenty of aluminium inside, and we can just convert it now. And while that aluminium is getting itself cooked, we can work on the other stuff for the vacuum freezer. So the other stuff for the vacuum freezers require a high voltage energy input. So where is it? High voltage energy input should be this one, input hatch. So we need a high hull and a wire. So hulls we'll need 5 of, and cables we'll need only 1. of. And then we're going to need chests, so 2 chests and some glass. So glass is for liquids, chest is for items, and cables are for energy. So if I go in here and do this pattern, it will get, you have input bus high voltage 16 slots, output bus high voltage also 16 slots, energy input hatch for high voltage, and fluid input hatch and fluid output hatch. So I decided to build them all in high voltage because it's not that hard to create high voltage now that we have everything mostly or pretty much everything automated. It's not that hard to make stuff in high voltage. And also from all these quests we have been completed, we have quite a bit of money. So 4 Omni dollars, 10 Omni quarters, 1 Omni penny, 4 Omni pennies, which are pretty much useless. You can use them for saplings and some ores, for example phosphor or apatite, but not that much. Salt, rock salt, lazurite, vanadium magnetite, which is iron, sodalite, lapis, let's see, like lignite, coal, cinnabar, redstone, talc, pyrope, soapstone, and to create an omni nickel. So let's go. Let's see here, aluminum plates, and then so we have to combine them with these to get these. So we need 20 of these frostproof machine casings, and because we need to build a 3x3x3 cube, which is 27, minus 1, which is 26, because the middle has to be empty, and minus these 6 because we already have them to make other stuff. So for that we're going to need quite a bit more of aluminium, and for that we need to wait. But meanwhile we can get an HVCEF. So we need another machine hole, and the CEF is built using these. So do we require ×4 cables if I'm not mistaken? Yep, ×4 vibrant alloys, so we need 8 of these. Oh, no. 8 minus, there we go. So we have no vibrant alloys. We do have some, but we have not enough. So for that you just smelt some ender and some energetic alloy in the blast furnace. And since this is probably going to take quite a lot of time to get itself done, I'll be back when it does. So the vibrant alloy is smelted and I already turned it into wires, so I just need to turn them into ×4 wires now. There we go. And CEF, high voltage plus, there we go. So the freezer is going to be here because this is going to be our multi-block area, and I have grabbed the wire just from this distillation tower, and I'm just going to put a CEF up here and set them to insert only, and now we can get to building. So I believe that you can just, yeah, so the bottom layer is just for all frostproof machine casings, so we can just fill that up. Layer number 2 is vacuum freezer, and then output bus, output hatch, output bus, input bus. Okay, so I'm going to do it in the reverse because I like my inputs on this side and outputs on the other side. So there we go. Output bus high voltage, input bus high voltage. So as you can see, these input buses have even more slots. So the low voltage has only 4, then the medium voltage has 9, and this has high voltage, it has 16. Then we need a, oh, I'm just gonna turn this around because I want to do so. There we go. Now I have to place this CEF somehow, and hopefully it still works. There we go. As you can see, it has power, this has power, and now we just have to fill it all in. This torch is in the way, and if we made everything correctly, it all should turn blue. There we go. And it's idling, maximum voltage 124, high voltage 1024. So to test it out, we're going to just smelt some canthal, and I have prepared a lot because we're going to need a lot. And in the blast furnace, it only takes 10 seconds to produce. And we're going to need about a stack of we're going to need 1 stack of canthal per furnace to upgrade it from copper nickel to canthal. Oh yeah, I was wondering if this actually makes you take damage, and it does. Oh wait, what? 5 seconds, but it was instant. Oh well. Now we have unlocked canthal, and as you can see, we need 16 canthal coal blocks, which require 8 canthal ingots per, and 16 times 8. Oh, it's actually 2 stacks per furnace. So that's not good. So we're going to need a lot of canthal to be able to get titanium faster. But I believe that's going to be it for today's episode. We have successfully achieved tier 4 circuits, vacuum freezer, and canthal ingots. And in the next episode, I think we are going to go down this path of craftable nether stars, so we can just have this cleared, or down this path of titanium. And titanium we can also get a tier 2 microminer when we finish with that, or even this path. So high voltage assembler, tier 2 circuits, and then we have also this thing here with nitro diesel and biodiesel. And this we actually need for tier 4 circuits, tier 2 circuits, because they require epichlorohydride, which requires biodiesel and glycerol, because we need epoxy circuit boards for the tier 2 circuits. But yes, that's going to be it for today's episode. Hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to hit the like button, and I will hopefully see you in the next episode. Goodbye.